Hello and welcome to the first programming of Volley Talk. I'm Coach A.
And I'm Coach Mo. Volley Talk is a talk show to highlight female athletes in the Calhoun County and surrounding areas, as well as all aspects of volleyball, from match results, coaches' tips, and weekly interviews with coaches and athletes. We're excited to bring you our new show to TV 24.
Today on Volley Talk, we'll be discussing matches from this past week and weekend, interviews with Munford High School varsity head coach Destinee Briskey, and also announcing our very first ever high school volleyball team of the week.
Stay tuned and we'll be right back after the break.
Hey, welcome back to Volley Talk. I'm Coach A, and to let you know a little bit what's been going on with Volley Talk. I went out to the Cleveland County's Classic tournament this past weekend, saw many teams such as Munford High School, of course, the host, Benjamin Russell, Faith Christian, Sachs High School, Cleveland County High School, Hanley High School, Westminster Oak Mountain. It was a very competitive tournament. A lot of great athletes there.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know that during a volleyball tournament, girls can play a game and then possibly have to take an hour or 2 hours long of a break and then get right back to it and play another game back to back. And that process repeats all day long. So that can really take a huge mental and physical toll on these young girls. And as a coach, that's something that you really have to combat with your team and make sure even on those breaks that your team's staying hydrated, they're communicating, and they're ready to go at all times, you know, throughout the entire day.
Oh, that's for sure. It was a very, very long day. Even the parents, you know, the fans, they got to sit through not only their children's playing all day, but they also have to wait in between the times. It could be a long time between. They do have to stay hydrated, as you said, all day long, because you got to be ready for that next match when it comes up. I mean, some tournaments actually takes you 10 hours to get through a day. I mean, people don't realize 10 hours is a long time.
Right, and you may only play, you know, 5 or 6 games, but that whole process will take up to 10 hours or longer depending on how far you go in that tournament.
You know, another thing people don't realize is the work that goes into those hosts that host those tournaments, that,
yes,
you know, they've got to prepare the tournament. They also have to run the tournament and coach their team during that day. So they even get a much longer day.
And then clean up afterwards, of course, which is a lot of fun for sure.
That's right. Yeah. So we appreciate all those tournament hosts as they're going out there, those coaches, what they do for all their youth and their athletes and performance, all the time that they put in behind their program.
Yeah. I know that there's a lot of things that, you know, I did growing up playing volleyball, and I know that we've done as coaches too. Trying to pass the time during breaks can be a challenge of a tournament for sure. So I know we've brought Uno cards. There's tons of little team hand games that we would play in a circle or mess around with the volleyball for an hour, just trying to stay sharp and ready to play. So that was always a lot of fun. That was one of my favorite things about volleyball for sure.
Yeah, you can only talk about, hey, what improvements we're going to make for the next match, and, you know, what we can do better, or you know, move forward. You got to have those down times or relaxing time as well to regenerate those moments. Yeah, recuperate.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah, so we've talked about how the tournament was a long day for sure, as most of them are, and how it was very competitive. So sadly, since I wasn't able to be there, brief me a little bit on what you did see.
Well, as far as the teams, you know, Sachs High School, they performed very strong early on, and they were like 1 and 2 on the day. They finished 5th place overall. I saw Faith Christian, very, very strong team. They've got a lot of potential. They went 1 and 2, and losing in the semifinals, they finished 3rd place overall. Very good.
Not bad, yeah.
Yeah, very good finish. Munford High School, the host, they went 3 and 1. They did incredible all day long with pool play, and they got to the semifinals. Really did well there, and they ended up finishing 2nd place in the tournament of their own first year of their hosted tournament. So 2nd place was very good.
Yeah.
And the team that took it all down, the Cleveland County High School, went undefeated all day long.
Undefeated?
Undefeated.
Wow.
They're an amazing team. Got some great athletes on that team. Great coaching. They've won the finals against Munford 25-18 and 25-14. They just kept on picking up that momentum throughout the day.
They finished strong for sure.
So the other things they do at these tournaments, and they host like the tournament awards to players. They award them extra stuff.
Yes, that's one of my favorite parts about the tournament. Not only is it great to see a reward as a player, but it really does keep the competition high throughout the whole day. As like we said, it can be a very long day, but that's something that keeps the girls striving to perform their best. They're all chasing that reward and team award, obviously. So we would like to take a minute to kind of recognize the players that did get awarded during the tournament. Kaden Pritchett received MVP of the whole day, whole tournament, which is a great honor for her. We have Kylie Hazard from Claiborne County. We have Carly Shirt, also from Claiborne County. Anijah Gladden from Munford. Leah Leonard from Benjamin Russell. And Kaysen Cronin from Faith Christian.
Yeah, all those are exceptional athletes. I expect them to do big things. Some of them may be college-bound in the very, very near future.
Absolutely, yeah. They're getting that time in their life where they're coming around that next really competitive curve and getting close to college ball for sure.
Right, right. You just got to keep working, as all coaches tell you. You got to keep on working every day, and every play counts, every ball counts. Every time you step on that court, you got to give it that extra effort. So those college coaches do pick up, hey, this is what I want from my team. I want that kind of player part of our program.
Right. And of course, you know, high school goes by fast and college comes up quick. So I would like to encourage every girl out there that's still playing in high school to take in every moment that you get, because one day, you know, it'll be gone like that. So just enjoy while you're out there.
Yeah, I was just thinking that myself. I see a lot of players out there always asking me, hey, Coach, you think I can play for college ball? And I'm like, if you keep working hard, you can get there. You know, it's just you have to keep pushing every time.
Absolutely.
So I guess we need to take a break. We'll be right back after these messages with our guest coach, Destinee Briskey.
Welcome back to Volley Talk. Today, our guest coach is Miss Destinee Briskey from Munford High School. Miss Briskey, do you mind telling us a little bit about yourself and how you got started with coaching?
Sure. I started coaching at the Donahoe School while I was in college in 2016. I helped out a little bit at my alma mater, SAC, for a little while, and that's how I kind of really got into it. And so my first opportunity was at the Donahoe School coaching junior high volleyball and junior high basketball. And I was a part of the 2016 team that went to the state finals. We were state runner-up that year, and I was the assistant coach. And then we went to the semifinals the year after. So that's kind of how I got started coaching volleyball. I've coached at Oxford as a junior high coach. I've coached at Decatur as a JV coach. And then last year was my first year at Munford High School as the head varsity coach.
Awesome, Miss Briskey. Do you mind telling me a little bit about your team's record this season?
Yes. Right now we are 10-2. Our two losses are to Sylacauga and Cleveland County. We lost to Cleveland County in our tournament this past Saturday, and then yesterday we turned out to play them yesterday, and we won. So that was a really good, intense game and a good comeback win for the girls.
Yeah, it sounds like you got a pretty good record going for sure. Do you mind telling me a little bit about any characteristics of your team or a specific player that you would like to highlight this week?
Last night I just saw a lot of character from the whole team. The first game we lost, the first set we lost 25-8, and then the next set we won 25-11. And so I just told the girls how proud I am of their determination, their ability to make adjustments, just overall good character, because that's really hard to come back from. The girls are involved in various community services. They're like the top academically in the school, and so we just have really good character. I have so many athletes on the team. It's really hard to pinpoint like a star player because any one of them could show up, but I do have, like, my core senior group, our setter, Kylie Hurst and Anaja Gladden is my senior outside hitter, and they're the captains, and they've been around volleyball a long time. And so they kind of keep us grounded. I have a senior outside hitter that's her first year playing. You would not be able to tell it's her first year playing. She's doing a phenomenal job. And I start 2 8th graders that are really, really, really good. You also wouldn't be able to tell that they're 8th graders. And then I have 2 juniors that were returners from last year, Ellie Rose and Kaylin Turner, and they're just great. They're just all overall great athletes and good girls.
That's awesome. We love to hear about a good team dynamic here at Volley Talk. I understand that you are also playing a match tonight.
We're playing Pleasant Grove here in just a little bit. It'll be 3 out of 5. It's a single varsity game today.
Okay, what are you hoping to see out of your girls tonight?
I'm just hoping to see a continuation from the game yesterday, see a little bit more confidence in the girls after that win, and just like I said, just making different adjustments during the game and working together as a team.
Yeah, that sounds good. If you had to compare this team to any of your past teams, what do you think makes them stand out?
Number one, just overall, like, athleticism. They're, like, very, very, very athletic. I've never seen, girls make the plays that they do, not because they're so, like, talented at volleyball. It's just because they're just raw athletes. And just they gel really good. Like, they're genuinely friends outside of volleyball, and that goes a long way on the court because they can hold each other accountable, and at the same time, they know how to have fun with each other. So.
Absolutely. As a coach, I know that's one of the most important things to have is girls that are able to communicate on and off the court together for sure.
Right. Yes, ma'am.
Well, we appreciate talking to you. We hope to hear from you soon, and good luck on your game tonight.
Okay, thank you. It's nice talking to y'all.
No problem. Have a good night.
You too. Bye-bye.
Well, guys, it's our first segment, and I already had to make my first public apology. So I watched the reclip, and I learned that I said Claiborne County. So for all you Tigers out there, I would like to tell you I'm sorry, so very sorry. And I understand now that it's Cleburne County. So I will fix that, and it won't happen again. Like I said, it's our first segment, so I'll be learning all the team names here very shortly. So let's go ahead and go into Coach's Tip of the Week.
All right, Coach's Tip of the Week. We're going to do this each and every week. We're going to talk about things to help you as an athlete, as a parent, as a fan. This Coach's Tip of the Week is going to be about noise. There's a lot of noise at volleyball tournaments, volleyball games. And all the players that I speak to over the years of coaching is I just ask them, I said, hey, do you like your parents to cheer for you? And they're like, yes, we want them cheering because it pumps up that player. That pumps up that team. It just gives them more and more energy to play harder, for not just for their parents, but for their teammates as well as all the other people at their school that's coming to support them.
And you said parents. I know it's great to have your parents cheering for you, but I've also heard, and I do know from experience, that it can be a little bit embarrassing if you have a parent screaming your name and that's the only thing going on in the gym. So I think it's also very important that we have student sections that come out and support our teams each week, because I know when you have your friends up there and there's a lot of them cheering for you, it's a lot more fun than hearing just one parent in the stand screaming the whole game.
That's right. Another thing about noise is players need to stay focused the whole time. You may hear it, but you kind of tone it out.
And the bench, too. I think that it's very imperative that the bench stays hyped the whole game as well.
That's right. You cheer after every play. You get together and congratulate each other. Hey, well played. But the players focus. Things can happen outside the court that noise can happen. I'll give you an example. One time there was a gentleman that fell down the steps on the bleachers, just rolled down the steps. And the other team was all focused. What's going on over there? Well, the whistle blew, and my team went ahead and served, we got the points quick. So
Yeah.
those noises, you still have to stay focused on the court at all times during that noise.
Yep. I've heard you tell that story many times, and I don't know why. It's just so funny to me every time you tell it. But.
So pay attention to those distractions. Stay on the court, what's going on there. Another thing is, it also, if your parents are cheering extremely loud, they can disrupt the other team and throw them off their game.
Exactly, yeah. And I think going back to the bench again, I can't say that enough. Like you said, staying focused. When you're on the bench and you're watching your team play, not only is it helping your teammates, but it's helping you stay ready to play. So if you're watching your team out there playing, you're cheering them on, as soon as coach tells you to go in, you automatically know what's going on and you're ready to jump right in there with them.
That's right. But, you know, the final thing we want to say about noise is be respectful. You know, those are young athletes out there. You cheer your team on, and don't argue with the refs or a line judge. Be very respectable in your noise control.
Yeah, I think class is a very important thing to keep in mind while you're out there yelling. And we know that it gets very emotional while you're out there playing, but again, it's still just a game. You're out there to have fun, even though the game means more than just being a game. I think it's important to stay level-headed while you're out there being emotional, because we know exactly how it is.
So parents, cheer for your girls.
And student sections.
And students, yes. So invite all your friends out, always cheer for you.
I always like it when teams have like themes for their games. I've seen a couple people do whiteouts, obviously blackouts, tie-dye. I always think it's really cool when you see a whole group of kids come out there and support their school, especially when they're in like a certain theme. It looks good.
Right. We've had players that would be smack talking us behind our bench, and you just have to know how to block that out as a player on that noise there.
Like you said, the whole respect thing, but there's, I can specifically remember a school I went to one time that, you know, we're back there serving, warming up, whatever, and their student section is just, like, it was nerve-wracking for a ball to go over there and have to go get it, you know, but of course they weren't being very respectful, but it did kind of get in our heads a little bit. So noise can play a big mental role when you're out there on the volleyball court for sure.
For sure. All right, well, I think we need to take a short break. We'll be right back.
With our Team of the Week. Welcome back to Volley Talk. I think it's time for Team of the Week, don't you?
Yeah, Team of the Week. First time ever to have a Team of the Week in volleyball in the area. So I'm really excited about doing this.
Yeah.
We're going to head out to the school on Friday every week and award the team a plaque every week.
Yeah.
So it's very exciting.
So we will see you there if you are Team of the Week.
So should we disclose that now, who the Team of the Week is?
Are you going to do it, or do you want me to do it?
I'll let you do it.
Okay. And our Team of the Week goes to Cleburne County. Woo!
Nice job.
Yeah, I said it right this time, I think so.
You did. You got it right.
I corrected myself.
Now, who are all those great athletes they have on their team?
Yeah, we wanted to give a special shout out to everyone on the roster. So this goes to Maggie Thompson, Gloriana Brown, Kinsey Hazard, Cassidy Hazard, Laura Clinton, Caden Pritchett, Hannah Turley, Brooklyn Holsey, Cadence Wright, Savannah Turner, Emma Collins, Carly Height, Lillian Watley, and Macy Robinson.
Who's their coach over there at the school?
Our coaches, I believe there were 3 of them. Let's see here. All right, our head coach is Jordan Sods. Again, there's 3 head coaches, I'm sorry. Wow. Doug Ward and B. Sutton.
Wow, 3 coaches. That's good leadership right there when you got so many eyes watching their team while they're working on the court.
Eyes and hands, very helpful. And that's according to this website right here, so I think we're good on that.
That's very good. Speaking of the Team of the Week, we'll talk about a few of the players. I saw them at the tournament this past weekend over at Munford High School, and I noticed that their middles, their middles are like amazing. I mean, they were on the all-tournament roster. Big blocks, big hits, and you know what that is all about, those big hits. These girls were
a little bit partial to hitters for sure.
Yeah, me too. But they really put the ball away. It's like they could hit it just about every location on the court. They were really, I like to term roofing players. Roofing means big blocks over those other hitters on the other side. They would just be really shutting down. Of course, the defense is always good. You can't have hitters if you don't have that defense. That defense is real important.
Exactly, for sure,
So,
yeah.
you know, passing always came first, and they did a really great job this past weekend of executing a great pass and feeding the ball to their setter. So there was an attempt to, so they could actually have that kill.
Good job. Congratulations to Cleburne County on our Team of the Week. I think it's very important that we tell you exactly what our show covers. So I would like to get into a little bit about, teams that we're going to be talking about every week. Our show primarily covers Calhoun County. These schools include Alexandria, Oxford, Jacksonville, Walter Welborn, Weaver, Piedmont, Sachs, Jacksonville Christian, and I believe we also cover some of Talladega, correct?
We do. We'll cover the Talladega area with Sylacauga, B.B. Comer, the Talladega, of course, Munford, and also Etowah County. We'll cover the South Side, Glencoe, Hoax Bluff, Gaston City Schools, all that area as well. So if you got information you want us to talk about your school, hey, you got to send that to us.
Yes, if you heard your school name or if your school was in any of the counties listed previously, please send in your team stats and info to coach.a@southjamvolleyball.net. It's very crucial that we have this information to improve our show weekly, and we can't wait to hear back from you and see you next week.